I don't imagine anyone was wondering, where are Chosen's Trials of Osiris vids? I've been dying to watch them. But if there were, this video would answer that question. First off, March 10th rolls around and Season of the Worthy officially starts. And like a flaming comet of used diapers, it hit with a sickening splatter that crushed and maimed and burned the hopes and dreams of the majority of Destiny's players. Mine included. I wish I was being dramatic. Well, I mean I am a little, obviously. But you never pass up the opportunity to slide a used diaper apocalypse into a conversation. Never. And I really do hate to complain. I'm not just saying that to give the illusion that I'm a decent salt, but really, I love complaining. No. I love Destiny. It's an amazing world, and more than your normal video game. It's more of a hobby, just because the amount of time needed to make it work right. So it really hurts when it disappoints. Half the new content was inaccessible from a light standpoint, meaning they set the difficulty level at a point that most players could barely damage some of the enemies. But the main content beat was a modified public event. And I don't like public events. I don't think most players like public events. I had flashbacks of Escalation Protocol, and with good reason. It's the same thing. Basically, the new season was the old season, and the fun, I'm doing air quotes, you can't see it, was doing the same things you'd been doing for 3 months. And basically since September of 2018, except it's actually missing the seasonal quests and story missions that usually are there to spice up the experience. Point is, I was slapped in the face by painful disillusionment, and that's never fun. However, as much of the internet is heaping the contents of those used diapers on the Bungie's head, I will not. They don't need another negative voice, and I'm honestly not up to being a positive one. Yet. So I will choose silence. But then Trials rolled around, and despite my general distaste for Season of the Worthy, I, like a child on Christmas morning, ran to my PS4, logged into Destiny, and got slapped again. Because Trials of Osiris has no matchmaking. You have to go in with a pre-made team. Now really, that's a surmountable issue, it is. I have friends that play Destiny, I have a great clan. The problem is that I don't like hurting cats. And as much as I love my friends, and they are not in any way that I know of cats, that's what it feels like to try and form a Trials team. You spend an hour hunting down people and play for that same amount of time. It's frustrating. Plus, it feels like an unnecessary barrier. It's hard to explain why it bothers me, it feels like Bungie is telling me, you gotta play in the way we want you to. And maybe that just rankles me because I don't like randos telling me what to do. And granted, I can use an app or a forum to find other people that want to play and match randomly that way, but that's me doing what I feel is Bungie's job for them. There's also the side effect, I suppose, of so stiff a competition, and the main detraction to LFGing, and that is that you aren't allowed to play unless you're good enough. Which I hate, really. It's not even a question of whether I am good enough. It's the fact that... Okay, backstory time. Nah, never mind. Backstories would take too long, and I don't have access to wavy filters. It's not a proper backstory unless there's a wavy filter. Plus there's the emotional strain. I just can't take it. It's too much. So let's keep it simple. If you are silly enough to go to Bungie's forums right now, or I guess wait until Friday when Trials starts, you'll see thread after thread of Trials teams wanted, must have KDA over X%. Which is to say, you can't play with me if you're not good enough. Which rankles. I guess that's my word for the day. I play a Titan most of the time, and I'm very used to must-have Hunter or Warlock laid down as a condition to play. Or heck, if I was playing a Hunter, must-have Orpheus rigs, or must-have Ikelos. It's the idea that if I don't play the way you want me to, or I'm good enough in your eyes, then I don't get to play at all. And I get it, I get it. If you're serious, you want someone else to be serious too. But it doesn't make it any less annoying. Real life is full of "you must be this tall to ride" signs, and I just can't take it in my games. Let me try. Let me play the way I play. Let me see how I do. I might surprise you. I might fail horribly, but that's okay because you might do the same, and you should know I won't get angry at you for it. I guess, to go off on a rabbit trail and stand on my soapbox, you can be a serious competitor without being a serious dork. But that's the attitude I feel Trials fosters, and it's the final nail in its coffin for me. I don't enjoy it. It's not my style, so I won't be partaking for the foreseeable future. It's like a player versus player version of a raid. If something changes, I'll probably put it up on the channel. I did put a team together and get in about 15 games, one of which is playing in the background, so I can say I tried, and I did win enough games to get one of the weapons. For now though, Flawless is off the menu. However, I will be going for Legend again. I'll probably start on that seriously sometime soon, as we're nearly halfway through the season. I've done a bit of preliminary work and I've nearly hit Fabled, which is where the real grind starts. I really got hit hard by Destiny Disillusionment Syndrome and have actually been spending most of my gaming time in Ark. But Unbroken is a worthy title and I have not given up on it. Anyway, I figured I owed an explanation. I was extremely excited by Trials and jabbered about it a fair amount on my road to Legend, and then just went utterly silent. And now you know why. I'll see if I can find a wavy filter, work on that emotionally scarring backstory bit. 4 words for any Destiny 1 players watching. Must have black spindle. Have a good one.